Hey there. Today I'm going to do a challenge. I'm going to look at Michigan's Upper Peninsula and I'm going to see what is the most affordable piece of property that's livable with at least 10 acres to get started with a homestead. So I am going to see what we have. It is December. There's not a lot available as much as compared to the spring, right? But let's see. If we wanted 10 acres to get started and somewhere you can live, I wanted to see what is the cheapest I could find that would suit that purpose. So I'm going to filter off anything that's already under contract, which is this hide contingent pending. And I'm not going to worry about price. I am going to look at, I want at least 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, which would mean, so I'm not necessarily looking for off-grid or anything. I'm looking just for something. So I'm going to start on the east side here of the UP. And if you move your map into, so I'm going where the bridge is at the bottom here, anything that's in that square will show up on the left. So here's everything, and I need to put my 10 acres in. So under more, if I go down to lot size, I can select my minimum of 10 acres and view 35. So there's 35 here. And now I'm going to start with the lowest price. Oh, I bet this is nice. 3 million. Okay. So the very first one is on the left side of the map here. It's this dot right on the far left. So this is saying a 10-acre lot for 119,358 square feet on 10 acres. This is nice. Okay, this is a nice start. I'm going to look at pictures. This is very cute with the water. I'm jealous already because the property that my husband and I bought this spring does not have any water. And it's like the one thing I really wanted. I didn't. It's negotiable, right? Like everything else makes up for the fact that there's no water, but it would have been so nice to have water. So this is 10 acres, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It is in Wetmore, which is kind of center UP. Here is the building, the cabin. So they have propane hooked up. They have electric apparently. This looks like a nice weekender kind of setup. There's a bed in the kitchen, which is totally fine, right? For the purpose of this. I'm not sure. That's a beam, I guess, going across. Looks like there's a light or a fan or something. And the only thing I don't like about Realtor, these pictures get bigger, but not really big enough to see. Like, what is this up here? Would be my question. What is that? Is that just a shelf with some, maybe that's a crock pot sitting up there on the shelf. Apparently it's wired. So now I'm just scrolling down through the pictures. They have a refrigerator, stove, like a futon for more sleeping space, small table, dresser. There's your heat in the winter. There's your electrical box. They must have a dog on site. Shower with the curtain closed. Cabinets in the bathroom. Looks like this could use a little finishing here. You can still see the insulation. Water heater. Pretty view. That's very nice. That would be so nice to come up for the weekend and go four-wheeling or go out to the beach and find some rocks. Hunting in the fall. Very nice. Oh, see, there's the road. It's all in perspective. And there's the neighbor. It looks like there's a neighbor right there. It's not terrible. Be curious to see what the actual 10 acres looks like. There we go. Oh, so the road goes through the middle. There's a lot of water here. Not terrible. Some woods, some more open area. Definitely livable. I wasn't expecting to find a property with the very first one. It almost looks like a fish right there. That'd be so much fun to have right outside your door. All right. So this is on County Road 440. Let's look at the map and see. I'm going to look at the satellite. So that's the Sturgeon River, which I feel like that might be a trout river. So it may have some regulations. They're very strict with trout rivers and what you can and cannot do, when you can't fish and all that kind of a thing. Let's zoom out here. So you're kind of in the middle of the UP under Christmas. So Munising is probably the closest city to go and get groceries and whatever. Though there's probably other cities that are close with groceries. I wouldn't think you'd have to go all the way. A lot of time these little cities have things. But let's see, from here, can I copy that? No. I like to take the address and go to Google Maps and put in the address. And you can put in, so then I take it out and you can search for gas, like where is the the closest gas station. So there's a few gas stations there. How about grocery store? So there's a Dollar General, there's a grocery here, and then up here, Pat's Food is a nice grocery. So if I put that address in again, if it'll let me, and I'm gonna do, it doesn't quite know where it is. I'm just gonna, this will be close. Not sure, yeah, there we go. So you're about 20 minutes or so to the grocery to town. That's not too bad, that's nice. So this has been on the market a couple months. Cabin on the Sturgeon River. Cozy place located on a year-round county-maintained road nestled along river's edge. It is a one open room plus a bathroom, electricity, propane, septic. PVC pipes were replaced from septic to cabin. Wood siding, metal roof, ideal location to have as a base camp for hunting or brook trout fishing. ATV and snowmobile from your own property. So much to enjoy. This beautiful recreation area property consists of 10 acres with County Road 440 running through and adjoins the Hiawatha National Forest. This is pretty nice, except for the road going through might be a deal breaker for some people. But just to get up into the UP and have a place to call your own and be your own base camp is pretty nice. No homeowners association or anything. You'd want to check your zoning in case you wanted to, maybe you want it to clear out the wooded side on the north side. I'm not sure if that was north or south. On the wooded side of the road, you could clear that out and build a nice house potentially. But check the zoning with the township that that's in. But this would be a very nice place to get started. And this is the first time they've listed it since whoever built it, it looks like. Yeah, so that was very nice. I didn't expect the first one I found to be actually nice. So for 119,000, you can get started in the UP on 10 acres. Very cool. It's pretty. All right, well, let's look at the rest of the list here and see what we have. So 119. So this one I looked at before. This is near Paradise. This one's really nice also, but you can see it's quite a big price jump. But then look at the land. This is an off-grid if you're interested in off-grid. This is in Engadine. This is south of Newberry for 180 for 11 acres. 22. The prices have jumped up quite a bit. Okay, I think we have a winner. 119 for 10 acres I think is the best. And then if you want acreage off-grid, this one's really nice. You should come look at this one. Yeah, and then let me get rid of the bedrooms. And if you just want land, let's look at 20 plus. So I'm looking at 20 acres or more. So this one is in the Wetmore area also. I'm going to read the description because I've not looked at this one. So nestled in the heart of nature, this 40-acre parcel is a rare chance to own pristine land, whether you want to build your dream home, have a private retreat, or invest in the UP paradise. This is a blank slate. Let's see. So it didn't say a whole lot. So I'm wondering, they're not showing anything. I wonder if this is land that's been logged and you really can't tell anything. Let me look at this picture and see if that helps at all. Some water. It's hard to tell. If you go into layers, I don't know if you knew this, you could find the flood zone. So there's some flooding around. So you'd want to watch that with this one. It's just not enough information. That's a really good price, but it just isn't enough information. No pictures is always makes me wonder what's going on. So this 40 acres off Newberry, this one I looked at before. You have to walk across state land to get there, so you can't really have a driveway and a house and all of that. It's more of a hunting only walk-in scenario. This land here is also a good price, but however, this is located in McMillan, which is very wet, and this is most likely like flood zone territory, wetland, swamp kind of a deal. And I believe there's no electricity also in this area, so you can't even build it up and then have a house with electricity. So just know that for that one. 20 acres. This one I am not sure on. Let's take a look. I like the trees. So this is McMillan. This is 20 acres, close to Manistee Lake, hiking and snowmobile. It's a 4-season location, so you can drive in the winter. Electric is just down from property. So that might cost you a bit if it's not super close. It says it's flat. It says it's a hunting property. So you might have to research the parcel. There's no utilities or anything. This one you definitely want to walk and check, but it looks like it's close to things. I thought I saw water. Maybe not. Is that water right there? Looks like water, maybe. I'm not sure. Looks like this is all smoke for some reason to me. There's houses in the area, so it might not be too bad. Let's look at this satellite view. Okay, so there's a house there. It's not too far. So the area that's wet is north of McMillan, like in here. Let's see here, McMillan, up here. This is the area that 80 acres is in, and you can see the river. So that's why that one's like, but this one is south. This might be okay. That might be worth investigating if you're looking for land. It's been on the market a little bit. Let's see how long if there's more history. So they've been trying to sell it since September, and they decreased the price in October, so they may be negotiable. That's a pretty good area, however. Duck Lake, this is a nice area. It is remote and there's no electricity, so this is up in this vicinity in the UP. This 466, this is wetlands. Pretty sure. Look, you can tell the price is pretty low for 80 acres, and you can even see the cattails in the pictures. Cattails mean it's wet. If you see cattails, you really want to take a hard look at the land and make sure if you're building or whatever that you have a place to build that's dry, because they will not let you build on a wetland. It's not a good scenario for builders. This one I've looked at before. This one's nice. It's kind of southern. And now we're getting back into the 100,000 range. Let's look at this one. This one's on M123, kind of center of the UP. 70 acres is nice. Surrounded by public land. Access off of M123, 3 miles from Trout Lake. And you can build. So this one would just be to make sure this what the zoning is. They listed it for a month and they already dropped the price, so maybe they're a little anxious or worried. They might even come down further. If you have a nice offer, with, have your financing in order or cash or whatever, and make them a solid offer, they might jump on it. And this looks like it has some trails, which would be nice to get you started. So you could pull a camper in there, right? If the zoning lets you. You always want to make sure what the zoning lets you do. I'm not familiar with this area, so this is Chippewa County and Trout Lake. So you'd want to find out if the zoning is either the county zoning or if it's the township zoning. But boy, you could get there fast. You'd come over the Mackinac Bridge and you'd be there pretty quick. You'd be there in 20 minutes or less. It's not very far from the bridge, which is nice, and it's right on the main road. I don't like to spend a ton of time driving. Yeah, so you'd be over the bridge and boom, there you are. And there's so many ORV trails and snowmobile trails in this area. You'd be up and running quick. It's like a nice property with mature trees. Very nice. But one thing to know, if you're on an M road, you're not usually allowed to ride your ORV, your four-wheeler, on the M road. So you may have to, determine where your property goes. Maybe the ORV trail, because this was a pretty good sized property. This is 70 acres, so maybe somehow in your 70 acres you can get to a different road and get to the trail without riding on M123. So that might be something to take a look at. But that is all I had today. So I hope if you're looking for property, you find something that you love soon, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.